Alright, so I know this is a little bit of a different angle for today. It won't stay like this for long, trust me. But I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys, a little piece of gaming history. Because my friend was able to lend me a old gaming computer that he had back from 2007. It was a Dell XPS 720. This thing is a behemoth, and it's crazy to see how far we have come from gaming or PC gaming. Just for today, let's look on the inside, what's inside of this baby, and see what's inside a $2,000 gaming PC that is 10 years old versus what you could get for $2,000 today. So yeah, I'm going to get the computer because it weighs like over 50 pounds. Okay, look at this thing. This is a full metal case. Look at this baby. Do you see the size of this? Okay, so I'm like 6'2". Okay, this thing is the size of my torso. This is ridiculous. This is bigger than my full tower. And it weighs a lot more too. Look at this. Oh my god, it's got wings on the bottom. It's got wings on the bottom because the thing is so heavy and it's not wide enough to support its weight, so it's very wobbly. So you have to have those wings like spread out so it doesn't like tip over. But yeah, let's crack into the inside of this case and talk about it. All right, let's crack open this baby. Oh my goodness. Do you see the size of this heatsink? It's like a small vacuum attached to the CPU. But I'm going to tell you all about it with a voiceover because trying to get this in the frame with me in it is almost impossible while also having the microphone set up. So I'm going to be really sacrificing quality by doing that all together. So yeah, let's talk about it. So now let's talk about what's in here. So yes, this is a Dell XPS 720, but there were several tiers of the 720. This one's one of the lower ones from what I can find, but still expensive. Also, I tried to find the official MSRP of this specific XPS, but I could not find anything official except for an old review talking about a Dell XPS 720 with the same specs for about $2,300. Alternatively, my friend said that he spent about $1,500 on it from what he can remember, so I think it's safe to say this thing was roughly $2,000. So now that that's out of the way, what kind of specs are we looking at here? Well, this bad boy is sporting Intel's Duo Q6600, which is a quad core with a clock speed of 2.4 gigahertz. I know 2.4 gigahertz doesn't sound like a lot, but at the time having a quad core CPU was a high-end CPU. And my goodness, look at the size of this CPU heatsink. I mean, it's massive, literally the size of my hand. You should hear what it sounds like when it boots up. Still sounds better than some of the songs you find on the radio today. For the GPU, we've got an NVIDIA GT610, which runs on DirectX 11 with 1GB of GDDR3 RAM running at a base clock of 810 MHz. And boy, is that GPU tiny. I mean, it's kind of funny. Everything about this PC is big, hulking, and massive, but that GPU is really tiny. This thing had a total of 48 CUDA cores. And to make a comparison, the GTX 1070 has 1,920 CUDA cores. Now again, the GT610 may seem underwhelming, but having a whole gig of VRAM was a lot at the time. My friend was even telling me how insane it was for him having a whole gig of VRAM for the first time. Also, the configuration of the PC case and the motherboard has the GPU facing up, instead of down. Also, the mounting system is a little weird and also stubborn to install with. It just goes to show how much even minor details of modern PC cases and their design have greatly improved over the years. The XPS has 2 GB of DDR2 RAM, which is expandable to a maximum of 4. And oddly enough, it has 4 RAM slots, but I'm assuming it can only support up to 1 GB each, since it can only support up to 4 gigs. I will most likely buy some more RAM for this PC to see how overhauled and pimped out I can make it. Also, look at this motherboard. It's massive. Everything about this PC is massive. Not to mention, this board is so power hungry, it has 2 power connectors. Yes, 2 power connectors. And I thought to myself, like, wow, that's a lot of power for a PSU back then. And then I remembered how power hungry these components were, and the motherboard shows that. The hard drive was rather small for its time as well, considering that there were other XPSs with 750 GB hard drives, but this one had 250 GB of storage while running Windows XP. Oh, did I mention how dirty this PC is? Like, wow, I don't think this PC has been cleaned in years, and yes, that is a dead cockroach at the bottom of the case. Don't worry, I will be cleaning it out soon enough. I find it very interesting to see where PC computing has come from over the past 10 years. I mean, the design and layout is almost completely different from what modern standards are. For example, look at the front fan on the bottom just sticking out instead of being mounted to the frame. Also, the top shelving unit to hold the optical drive, hard drive, and power supply is interesting to see as well. Everything about this case speaks big, massive, gaming, power-hungry, PC monster computing. It's cool to see how that was the norm for a long time, and now there's a shift in the aesthetics of expensive PCs and budget ones as well to be simplistic, small, and colorful. Now, some of the upper level tiers of the Dell XPS 720s had the Intel QX6800 at 3.2 GHz and Nvidia's 8800 GTX with a price tag of $5,000. Now anyways, these are the parts that make up a $2,000 gaming PC back in 2007. Compared to what you can buy today for $2,000 is incredible what you can get for the same amount of money 10 years ago. Not only would it be more powerful, obviously, but also a lot more efficient in terms of power consumption and thermals. Now I do have plans of benchmarking this PC, but that will be for another video later on, and also upgrading and of course slapping a 1070 in there. And also cleaning it. Definitely have to clean it. And yes, this PC actually has a PCIe slot, so this will work to the best of my knowledge as far as putting the 1070 in there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed taking a step back into the past of PC gaming with me. If you guys enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this, then please leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider checking out the rest of the channel and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.